Hey, welcome back to Cubic Odyssey. So, having gone over to Bardwell 2 and activated the temple, talked to the Guardian and that, uh, we ran into that little problem with the pirate bases. And, oh, it's raining. I thought something blew up. Um, ooh, yeah, okay. I was thinking I should plant a tree, but, I have plans. So we're back here on Bardwell 1 at our base, and man, it is coming down out there. Look at the rain. If I planted my saplings right now, they would grow like crazy. But I'm not going to plant them right now. I have no roof on upstairs here, so poor QB is just getting soaked up here, and so is all my equipment. Um, so I'm sitting at 6,000 credits at the moment. We have a T1 Plus backpack, which gives me 20 slots, jetpack, scanner, and a suit all tier 1. I've got gear fuel cell 3s and cell 2s on me at the moment. There's a cell 1 there, which is going to get used up pretty quick. These guys are going to last a lot longer. This has got 1200 capacity, this is 600, this is 300, so yeah. And then I've got ship fuel cells, level 1, which are 300. And I'm going to need those to get back and forth between the planets. Because I am going to need to go back to Bardwell 2 because I can't get the ores I need to make the cleanser. So on Bardwell 1, we've got level 1 and level 2 items. So coal, iron, aluminum, copper, silver, gold, tin, and silicon. I need quartz. A lot of quartz in order to make a bunch of the components that I need, like the purifier and a bunch of other stuff. And then, of course, there's titanium, uh, magnet, and sulfur. They're all tier 3. They are not abundant on Bardwell 1, but they are on Bardwell 2. And then tier 4 is polonium, cobalt, radium, and uranium. I believe they're on Bardwell 2 as well. And then the tier 5s, diamond and emerald, there are 2 more that I haven't found yet. I believe are over on Bardwell 3. Maybe they're over in the next galaxy, I don't know. And then glowing ores. I don't know where to get glowing ores, or how to make them, honestly. Um, so I need to go back to Bardwell 2, and I need to have QB scan for quartz and that. I'm going to have them scan for all the tier 3s over on Bardwell 2. The storm's letting up. Cool. Uh, and then I need to go mine a whole bunch of it, especially the quartz. My recycler, I've been taking a lot of those weapons and other stuff that I've been collecting along the way that are sitting in a chest down there and tossing them into the recycler because a lot of those, the weapons and stuff that are in this chest, uh, that thing and all these guns and everything, they make me energy capsules, which gets me ship fuel cells, gear fuel cells, all kinds of stuff. And I've been building those things, and I'm down to 8 capsules, and we're going to need more. Bought some argillite dust at some point. Got some X matter from the asteroid belt between the planets there. We got dark dust and dark plate when we fought off the monster over at the city over there. My little chest here with all my ingots is filling up pretty quick. I have got a boatload of copper in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 737 copper ingots, which is insane. And in silver, I've got quite a bit. I've got silicon, uranium, radium, polonium, cobalt, titanium, sulfur, magnetite, and tin. I have three diamonds, two emeralds. We've got some aluminum up there, iron. We got some gold. But now we've moved to the phase where I need tier 3 ingots and stuff in order to make things that I'm going to need to progress the story. And I was thinking, this is a cute little base. I kind of like it. But it's just not very convenient way out here in the boonies. So I got thinking, hey, what if I go to one of the cities and I build a base there? So I went to Oogara because that's where the ancient portal is, and I can also buy a ship. No, I can buy a ship over at Jivik, not over at Oogara, but the ancient portal is over here. And so I got digging around under one corner of the city, and I'm thinking I'm going to dig a little further, and I'm going to go down under the city in one corner and build myself a base there. Because then I don't have to teleport back and forth between this base and that city and the other city. My base will be there. I could use the planetary teleporter, or the little teleporter that they've got there, to go between Oogara and Jivik. And inside my base, I could put the system teleporter and jump from this planet to another planet to another planet, and bounce all over the place if I want. And then I can come back to this base anytime I need to. And sometimes I need to, because sometimes I need this stuff. So, yeah, I need to figure out how big of a base I'm going to need underneath Oogara over there, and what items I'm going to put in there. Like these little lights are cute. These are small LEDs, but they light up a very small area. There is a meteor shower coming down. Where? Over there. Oh, right there. Nice and close to my base. Appreciate that. Which means there are probably some rare minerals in there that I could use. Maybe the game heard me and it's like, oh, you need some quartz? Here you go. Okay, so they hit here. Nice. Okay. I'm seeing some stuff down there. Not sure what that is. Or those. Those might be quartz. Who knows? Good spot to go down is probably over here somewhere. Thankfully, there isn't a whole lot of fall damage in this game. What did I get there? Silicon. And that's silicon. Right. What are you? Silver. And titanium. Okay. Neither of you are what I need. So I filtered out rock and dirt from being picked up. I don't need them, honestly. Okay, what else did we get here? We got copper, titanium, silicon, and silver. That's it. That's what we got out of this. Wow, okay. Big hole up there. We got copper here. A whole bunch of rock. We've got nothing down there, really. Iron. Huh. Okay, so these meteor strikes. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. That is silver up there. There's not a lot in here that I need or want. That's very Minecraftian of you. Oh, cool. Can I use my jetpack and get up here? Yes. Okay. So instead of using my mining tool to jump up there, I'm just going to use my jetpack. Cool. All right. Well, that's nice. I didn't fill up my backpack with a bunch of junk I don't need. I've got tons of stone and dirt in a chest in my base there. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to just look at my base, and I'm going to... Whoa, do not jump down there. Have a little think as to how I want to set things up. Because I want one area for storage, and I want one area for all the workstations and the teleporter and everything. And I really want to get that uh, the other teleporter. Like that teleporter I've got there will get me to that city and that city. It will not get me to another planet. I want to build that next teleporter in my base that will get me from this planet to the other two planets in this system and possibly the next system. Who knows? Um, so I got to figure out uh, what materials I need in order to build that, and I know I can build one. I saw it in the list. It was in here in appliances. There it is, the planet portal. A portal that allows instant travel between planets. So unfortunately, I need 10 freaking capacitors. And in order to make capacitors, we need quartz, which means bardwell too. I need a motherboard. I got a spare one kicking around here somewhere. 20 wiring, not a problem. Sapphires, 5 of them. I have none. And 15 radium ingots. I have 2. Wow, that thing is expensive. Okay. So, yeah, Travel Point is the one that I've got in this base right now, which is great. Ooh, a health station. Ouch. 50 organic, 10 wiring, 10 mirrors, 4 connectors, and 5 microprocessors. Tier 4 that can be obtained by buying it from traders or found throughout the galaxy. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, I definitely want this one. I would like to get this one. I've got the ship bench. Don't care about the painting bench. Travel points, I can use those on the planet. I've got an armory bench. I've got a recycler repairing bench. I would like a modding bench. That would be awesome. I could add mods to some of my weapons and my suit and all that and enhance that. I've got the builder bench, the refinery, upgraded wood chests. Yeah. So, I'm going to think about this, draw up a plan, and then I'm going to go over to Oogara and dig out a base underneath the city. So, yeah, when I've got a plan, I'll let you know. All right. Well, I've had a little bit of a think about this. And And what I've decided is I am going to go over here to Oogara. And I am going to build a base there. Because then there is a teleporter in this city and also another one in this city. And I can just use those to get back and forth between the two of them. As far as getting from planet to planet, I will have to make the planetary portal. But another thing that Oogara has here is that ancient portal down there. So the ancient portal is right there. And I dug out a little space right there, but now I'm thinking, no, I'm not going to build a base underneath the city. Oogara sits in a basin right here. So around here, it's all hilly around here, and then it kind of opens out down to this lake right here. So what I'm thinking is right here. I'm going to dig into this hillside. There is a cave right here, but it goes kind of back this way. So I'm not too worried about that. It's a decent height for the hill. So I could build my base on multiple levels. I can go up or down. And I could go in and I could go over to the left and build kind of back in here. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into this hill and I'm going to build in this area until I reach that cave, probably. Because I was looking at the blocks that I've already collected from the various houses around here and other places, and I've got a lot of blocks that I'd like to use, like the ancient ship blocks. I'd like to use some of those. I made a few things here at the builder bench, and I want to use those. And I'm going to need to make more stuff at the builder bench. A couple of things that I have realized is the ship bench. What I would like to do is build a Titan class ship, because the Titan Cargo Mark II has 90 slots for inventory. And what if I built a ship with 2 of those? That would get me up to 180 slots. And then the engines, we'd have to put a couple of those on there, obviously. And the shields and also the laser gun for defense. And then we've got to go over here and we got to build ship blocks. So I would have to design a ship with these blocks. We've got a double hatch door. We've got a hatch door. What do I need to make that? Tin wiring and iron. I've got all that. Oh. I'm kind of wondering now, can I build one of these and put it on my base? One way to find out. Build one. If you build it, they will come. So, interesting thing I found out was all those houses and stuff out there that you find, you'll find, recyclers, and you'll find other stations like these, and chests and stuff. You cannot grab the ones out of those houses because you didn't build them. But all these ones here, because I built them, I can actually hit these with my little extractor here, and that will pop into my inventory and I can take it with me. So I can move all of this stuff that I've already made to another location if I want. I can even take this thing. Not that I need it. Well, I need it right now to get back and forth because I've been checking out spots around the city and looking at things. Like I went back and I looked at that cave that was back there to see, what direction it went, how deep it went, and it goes deep. But it goes back away from the city. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to use the cargo I've got on my ship. And I'm going to grab a whole bunch of blocks that I've got down there. And I'm going to take them with me. And I'm going to load up my ship and load up my backpack. Oh, I made myself a tier 2 suit while I was puttering around doing stuff. So I now have 30 shield, 25 armor, and 15 sprint. So I move faster. I do have that T1 plus backpack that I found somewhere, which gives me 20 slots. And then my scanner and jetpack are still tier 1, which is fine. Suggested upgrades: PMU Q3 and shock stick tier 2. I haven't used a shock stick in this game yet. Don't plan to. As far as quests go, learn more about the ancients and their weapons. So get the darkness cleaner. Well, I can't make the darkness cleaner until I get a couple of these boards. Oh no, it's quartz, right? I've got the board, and I've got the blocks. No, I don't have the board. Okay. Yeah, I've got to go to the city, buy a board, and the place to get quartz is a tier 3. So I've got to go back to Bardwell 2 to get tier 3. So I'm going to... Fortunately, I have upgraded QB to all tier 2. Scanners and stunner and all that other stuff. So that he can scan for this stuff. There are a couple of things that I'm probably going to have to go to Bardwell 3 to get. And one of those, over here, if we go into the appliances, the planet portal, I need sapphires. We also need radium ingots, which are going to be on Bardwell 2 and probably 3. Not on this planet, though. And sapphires are a tier 5. And sapphires are not something that I have discovered yet. Because if we look in QB here, I've discovered emeralds and diamonds on this planet that fell from the asteroids. And I have not discovered any glowing ores yet, which kind of sucks. So yeah. I'm going to, load up my ship and my backpack. I'm going to go over to that city, and I'm going to dig into that hill, take a bunch of these blocks, and I'm going to build something. And hopefully it works out. Because I'm thinking I'll have an entrance. It'll come in, and it'll be kind of a living area with a bedroom and that. And then if you go through it to the next room, that's going to be my workshop. And that's where all these guys are going to be. And that room is probably going to be like 10 by 10 blocks. So this is currently 10 blocks long, 7 blocks wide. I'm thinking 10 by 10, line the walls with these guys. I'm going to have a couple more of those in there. I want to have... I've got 2, which is okay. I'd like to have 4 or 5 of them lined up on the wall there so that I can come in and just start tossing all kinds of stuff into them. And then these guys. This thing is fantastic. I upgraded it to a Novum. The next upgrade is the Quantum. And I need quantum processors, X-Matter cells, which I have 2 of down there, and gem plates. Unfortunately, gem plates... to make gem plates, I need a couple of things. So, if you take all of the weapons and suits and other stuff that you find in the houses and the ruins and everything, you bring them back, you throw them in the recycler, and the recycler makes them into uh, these little guys here, energy capsules. And you need energy capsules in order to build uh, gear fuel cells, ship fuel cells, and a few other things. So there's my 2x matter. I need to make those in order to build that other thing. Yeah, but I've got a lot of stuff here. And there's other stuff at that base or at that city that I can gather and build my base with. So yeah, I'm going to get over there and start digging into the side of that hill and see what I can make. All right. Well, I came over with part of a plan, and the plan kind of evolved. So we are here at Oogara, and there is the entrance to my base, and my base is all right here. So now, when I want, I've got access to this entire city. The portal is there. The ancient portal is right over there. And my house is built into this hill right here. So I used ancient hull blocks for the entrance, and I've got double titanium doors on the front here. This floor is just regular stone, so are the walls, except for that. That is dust crag. I am going to clean that out because I want to show you something that I found out while I was digging all this out and building it. I put synthetic ramps up there because I put 2 lights and I put 2 urban window M6s in there to let sunlight in. Oh look, I have butterflies in my base. Oh nice. So this will be the kind of entrance living room. I'll put in couches and tables here later on. This will be the workshop, and I've got 2 LEDs up there to light the place up. So if I turn off my flashlight, it's actually pretty bright in here. And again, just regular stone on the floor. Okay, that flashlight is really starting to get annoying. The walls and, yeah, the floor are just going to be regular stone. That is deep stone right there. I'm going to take out the deep stone and the dust crag from the ceiling and the walls. And, well, let me show you what I found out. So, digging is just a process. However, building walls, you can do this. And there you go. Start there, drag. So I started there, and you just hold it, drag across, go up, and it fills in that entire block. So your digging process might take a while, but your building process, as far as making walls goes, very, very quick. I made these stairs AM1 here, and they lead down here, where I've got ancient blocks on. The walls are 3 blocks high, and I put these ancient blocks all around here. And this room is, I believe, 7 by 17, which is the same size as what's upstairs. Those 2 rooms upstairs combined is this room. So this is going to be my storage room down here. I decided to go medieval, and we went with dust crag stone on the floor down here because I thought it looked kind of cool. And then we've just got regular stone and the ancient hull blocks around there with our LED lights. I was thinking of maybe along the top there. Excuse me. Been a long day already. Of maybe taking these synthetic ramps that I've got because they're white and they kind of reflect light, maybe putting them up there. And then the lights from those would bounce off that down to all of my storage down here. So that might be kind of cool, I think. Let's try it. Actually, you know what? Let's rotate that and let's go. Nope, can't do it with those. I can only do it with stone. Okay. So, yeah, you can't hold. Oh, crap. Can't do it with synthetic ramps, but you can do it with stone. Okay. Well, it's fine. Whatever. Take that block out. Go. Go back to here and place that one there. All right. So there we go. Yeah, it's looking kind of futuristic, spacey type thing there. So now I just got to bring in storage boxes. A lot of storage boxes. Because they are going to be, there's going to be one row of them all down here, and another row of them all down there. And what I'm going to do is, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide. So one row there, and then I'm going to leave an empty row, and then there's going to be 2 rows, or maybe 3 rows. We'll see. Maybe I'll put 2 rows there. See, with my room being 7 wide, this 2 wide hallway just really doesn't work very well. If it was a 1, actually, if it was a 1 wide hallway, I could go straight down the middle. I can reach back 3. Okay, I think I'm going to make a change here. I'm going to make this only 1 wide right in the middle. Put that there, and then we can put 3 chests there, 3 chests there, all the way down there. And then I'm going to have a ton of room. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And and then we're going to go. All right, my building skill has increased to 5 now because of all the building I've been doing here. Oop. Okay, we need to take that block out. Put one there. All right, there we go. Cool. I like it. Should I put one there? I don't know. Well, I can't. I'm all out of blocks. If I want more, I'll have to go over to the temple over there and get a couple off the ground. Maybe put a line across here. Maybe put one there. I don't know yet. These stairs kind of glow, which is kind of cool. That's why I put them there. But yeah. All right. So yeah, the storeroom is built. The living room is in place for the most part. Grab that. And then the workshop. So I just need to finish up the walls and the ceiling here in the workshop. What if I put dust rag on the ceiling and then we just do regular stone on the walls and the floor? Sure, why not? You know? And I think I could probably do synthetic blocks all around here, or at least down 2 sides. I know I can make these synthetic ramps, but I don't think they make a corner piece for it. I highly doubt it. Well, whatever. So there will be workbenches along here, and then there will be workbenches all down here, and then workbenches here. maybe something on that wall. I don't know yet. I do have to put a portal in somewhere, but it's going to be a planetary portal because I've got that other portal over there that'll get me to the other city and back. No problem. And I got to make a space for my somewhere to park my ship. Um, I could park my ship right here, I guess. Uh, or I could even park my ship right over here. So if I need to, I'm going to steal these blocks if I need them. Portal's up there. I could park my ship right here. That would work. Yep. All right. Well then. Um, yeah, so I've got all this at my disposal. I can get side quests. I can teleport back and forth between here and the other town. We got a portal over there that may or may not activate again at some point. I don't know. I got a guy I can buy speeders from. There's a guy in the other city that I can buy spaceships from. I've got a trade terminal here and the other city. So, yeah. Um, I think this will be my primary residence. We have, ooh, a big one. Oh, you're hitting over there, huh? That's not terribly far away. But it's good. Wow, that was a lot of meteors that came in. Okay. We're going to have to go check that out. Get out of my way. So yeah, I'll keep this as my primary residence. I can always come back here. I will get around to building a planetary portal and putting it in this base. And then I'm going to go over to Bardwell 2 and 3, put planetary portals in on those two, because some of the resources I need are over on Bardwell 2, and some of them are on Bardwell 3 in order to make that portal and a couple other things. So I don't have much on me. Let's go check out that, because I really want to see what kind of materials it brought me. A lot of the times, well, sometimes, it brings exotic stuff to me. Ooh, is this you? No, it is not. You are further back. Okay. Is this you? Nope, just a cave. Okay. So, somewhere around here, nothing there. Should be seeing a plume of smoke from where they landed. And I'm getting nothing. Is it over here? There it is. Okay, that's where they came down. Just gotta find the smoke. Ooh, we got some gold there. Oh, we got all kinds of good stuff down there. All right. Ooh, that goes way down. But it brought me lots of stuff. That's awesome. Let's go around the other side. Because I could get down from this side, but why? I might hurt myself. And everything is over here anyway. So, yeah. Hell yeah. Ooh. Yeah, this thing brought me all kinds of good stuff. And we're picking up stone and everything. What did you bring me? Sulfur, silicon, iron, tin. I kind of got that from inside my base. So 3 sulfur. That's what you brought me, huh? Wow. Oh, what are you? That was, I believe, tin. All right. Well, I'm not going to turn my nose up at it. Uh, that's coal. Never turn that down. Because we always need that for our smelters so that we can smelt down stuff like that. And that. And that. Okay. Well, I'm going to go through here and... Ooh, good patch of coal. Go through here and dig up some of these ores. Oh, there's some more tin in there. And then I will get back home and I'm going to start transferring all of my stuff to this base. So I'm going to go pick up all of my workstations, bring them over here, and then start transferring my storage over. That's going to take a minute. So yeah. All right. Well, this is probably taking me about a good hour and a half here. I've gotten pretty much everything cleared out of this place except for my portal up there. And my ship is right there. So my base is now located over there at Oogara. I don't really need that door, so I'll leave it. Oh look, I have a light. Okay. Now we have 2 little LEDs. I'll leave these stairs here. Maybe the pirates will like the place. But I've cleaned out all of the storage down there, all of the workstations up here. And there's my portal. So now we're going to go over to base number 2. Base number 2 is where we are. Right. We've got to go to Oogara. And we got to go there. So on the map, it shows this as base number 2, but my portal is way over there. So I set up the workstations here. I've got a recycler right there. These guys are all set up here. And then I've got 2 furnaces there, and I'm going to put a couple more furnaces along there, probably 3 more. And then if we go downstairs, I have got all of these chests made. And then I've got these ones. So we need to place that one and that one. Because those were the last 2 chests that came from the other side there. So, I've got just building blocks in here, really. That double hatch door, I could not put that on my base. It required 3 blocks high, 3 blocks wide, and then there was like a half a block gap all the way around that door. The door did work, but there was just that gap around there, and I don't know how I can fill in that gap. So I just didn't bother. These little mini small LEDs, I don't know where I'm going to put them. I've got 3 of these LEDs here, and that flashlight is driving me nuts. I put 1 small LED there. I've got a big one there that lights up my stairs. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this. So I've got those there, dark material there, bones and organic matter there, and then these 3, I haven't put anything in them. I think maybe I will just put all of the ingots into this one here. And yeah, we'll just do this. I'm not even looking at the top chest. I'm just dragging stuff up there. All right. We'll just do ingots in there. And it doesn't matter where I'm putting them because I'll sort it all out later on. There we go. That's all the ingots. And then we'll just sort that. Nice. The next one behind it, we will put the gems. So diamonds and emeralds in there right now. I have 61 coal on me at the moment. Really tempting to put a storage up there for putting all the ores that I gather and all the coal that I'm going to need for my smelters, just so that they're actually up there, because for some reason the smelters do not auto pull from these. So any ores that you've got and any coal that you've got that would go into them, because they're sitting right there. And even if I put a chest right here, it would not draw from them, which is, yeah, not fantastic. So this is going to be 3 wide, and it's going to run all the way down to that end. It's going to be a lot of storage, but I'm going to need it. Yeah, why these two, why they won't draw automatically from the chests, I don't know. Devs, maybe you could fix this. All of those workstations draw automatically from the chests. Make those draw from there too. This thing, I'm not worried about it. You don't want this thing auto drawing from anywhere, really. Oh right, the 61 coal that I've got, those need to go back downstairs. I do not want them being put... Well, I don't want to put them in my smelters at the moment. Okay, hang on a sec. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, we're going to go here and... Yep, there it is. Wood chest. Okay. Make me one of those. And I am going to put a wood chest right there. Yeah, so I'm going to... Yeah, I'm just going to use this as like a temporary storage thing for them. So I'll drop ores and coal in there and then just put it into there. Unless, of course, the devs get around to making the smelters auto-draw. Maybe. Wouldn't that be nice? For right now, I'm going to drop this coal right here. And those LEDs, because they're just kind of there. So I've got gear cells here. All of my ship fuel cells are in my ship. I put the iron ingots here because I was using the iron to upgrade all of my chests. And actually, now that I think about it, let's take that iron and put it in here. Get you in your place. Yeah, so 2 and 3 gear cells work really well. They last quite a while. I like them. I have 44 bandages on me. 1 health pack 1. I've got 2 health pack 2s on my ship. Yeah. Okay, let's go with that, and then that. And you, then you, and then that thing. That rocket launcher's awesome. And then grenades. Okay, so now that chest is empty. I've got stuff in most of these chests here and these ones here. But I am quite happy with the design. Yeah, a couple more smelters along there, and maybe eventually. So they are Novum refineries right now. That's the first upgrade. The next upgrade is a Verum refinery, and for that I need quartz. I've got a connector. We need titanium and logic boards. So, hang on, what is that? Oh, it doesn't tell you. Oh, plus 50% speed is what that will give you. Okay. So I've got a plus 25 speed bonus. Bumping it up to the next one will give me a 50% speed bonus. We've already got 100% production. But we've got no fuel savings at the moment because I'm using coal. I'm kind of wondering if I throw energy cells into there, will that give me a fuel saving? Questions. Many, many questions. Can I put this here? Can I move that there? I don't know. I can upgrade that station, and I've already done it once. I can't upgrade it any further. None of these stations upgrade. Those upgrade. This upgrades. I've already upgraded once. It's a Novum. The next step is a Quantum. So I need 4 Quantum processors, 2 X Matter cells, which I have downstairs, and I need 5 gem plates, which requires diamonds and all kinds of other stuff to make a gem plate. So armory, repair, builder, ship, and crafting. There are a couple more. I've got 2, 3, 4 spots along there where I can put more workbenches, and then I can put a couple of workbenches along that wall if I need to later on. But I do want to put 3 more of those guys right there so that I can be smelting like 5 ores at the same time, just to save a little bit of time. So now, the only thing to do is go back to my other base and take this thing. It is now in my inventory, and we go jump in our ship. So there, I've got 2 fuel cells there, and almost depleted one there. We've got ancient keys, circuit board, access card A, 2 health pack 2s, and we have a warp cell to get to the next system. So this base is completely cleared now. Oh, wrong direction. Oogara is this way. Base number 2. And the great thing is, I don't need that teleporter anymore. Unless I want to set up something in another spot on this planet. But I really don't have any plans to do that. So, let's glide in here. And I'm going to park my ship right here, because it seems like a good spot. There's our portal. There's our base. Boop. There we go. Okay. Go run over here. I appear to have picked up a couple of dirt and rock. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's go put the dirt and rock away. That is dirt. Drop you there. Drop you there. And then the one next to it is rock. And that is deep stone. We'll drop you there. It's all just stone in this one. And what I can do is... Actually, no. I was thinking I might recycle this travel point, but no, I'm not. I'm going to hold on to that because I just had an idea. So, for the moment, I'm going to need my ship to get back and forth to the different planets. So, there are 2 cities over on the second planet. So, there's going to be a portal in each city, but then there's also the temple over there. I can't remember if there was a portal in the temple. I don't think there was. So maybe I'll take this portal and I'll drop it in the temple that's there, because I am going to have to go back to um, that temple in order to make stuff to fight the red darkness. So yeah, that'll be helpful. Uh, so what I will put in my base there, maybe I'll put it in the living room, maybe I'll put it in the workshop, I don't know yet, is a planetary portal. And then I can jump from here over to bleh. Yes. So we're on Bardwell 1. I'll put a planetary portal on Bardwell 2. And then we'll put another one on Bardwell 3. And depending on what I find on Bardwell 3, we'll see. So Bardwell 2, threat level is 1. No darkness there. There is some darkness on Bardwell 3. Threat level's 1.5. And then we've got these. So no pirate presence there or there, but there is there. Actually, it looks like a pretty heavy. No pirate presence. Oh, really? Okay. So this is level 1, level 2, and level 3. And there's a temple on 2. So no temple on 3, but I'm guessing there are minerals and stuff on 3 and 2. I know there's going to be some on 2 that I'm really going to need. So, yeah. So now we've got gear cells, we've got weapons, we've got a travel point. Now we just need to get ourselves back over to Bardwell 2 because I need titanium. And what's the other thing I needed? Quartz. Yes. Lots of titanium, lots of quartz. But then they've also got sulfur and magnetite over there. Hoping they might have some of these and maybe some of these as well. But I'm thinking these ones, 4 and 5, maybe just 5, might be over on Bardwell 3. We'll have to see. I don't know. But I think this video has gone on long enough. So I'm going to get out of here, post this thing, and then tomorrow, because it's a holiday here, I've got the day off, I'll do another video, and we're going to go roam around Bardwell 2, possibly even make a little trip over to Bardwell 3, and see what kind of things we can find there. So, until tomorrow, I'll catch you later.